Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. So, before we get into the video, I just wanted to have a little update announcement here. So, this will be the only video that I will be having today because I have some things that are being worked on where I live. So, I am not going to be able to make another video, unfortunately, but there is some good news though. So, here's the good news. On Thursday and Saturday, I'm going to have more than one video that will come out. So, there will be a couple things on RWBY, and if anything comes out about the Vic Mignogna case, I will also cover that as well. So, just want to let everybody know ahead of time, I do have a few things planned, so be prepared for that. So, that's all for this little update. But anyways, let's go ahead and get to the video. So, sit back, relax, I hope you all enjoy, and let's go ahead and get this video started. Indomitable. This song is a very big song because it is another tribute to Monty Ohm after his passing, obviously. In Volume 6, of course, I'm sure many of you remember the scene where it came in when RWBY activates her solar eyes against Pladzilla. And then, of course, that's when it's actually playing. But we're going to take a look at Indomitable. I'm going to go over the lyrics, go into what I think about it, and then give my overall rating. So let's get into it. So, Indomitable starts off calm and soothing, of course, and the lyrics, they're very interesting. Now, this song is based off of a quote by Monty. So, let me get into the quote first, and then we're going to go over the lyrics. So, the importance behind this quote. The lyrics were actually inspired by Monty, as I stated, and this was right after a blog post after his mother had actually passed away, and a tweet a year after that. And so you can tell that this is already a strong moment just for Monty himself back at that time because his mother had passed away. So this is what he had to say. I believe that the human spirit is indomitable. If you endeavor to achieve, it will happen given enough resolve. It may not be immediate, and often your greater dreams is something you will not achieve within your own lifetime. The effort you put forth to anything transcends yourself, for there is no futility even in death. We are never fighting alone. Get up, get going, I'll meet you there. And that's a pretty big thing when you think about it. I mean, that's sad to think about considering that that was at the time that Monty's mother had passed away, but those are very good words to go by, I think. I think that is a very strong, and I do think that's a very good quote. I think it makes a lot of sense. But let's look at the lyrics, because the lyrics were inspired by this quote. So let's get into this. I met a man. He had a dream. I tried to understand, but nothing was what it seemed. Sometimes that's how gods roll. Now, this is a pretty interesting start. And what I like about this is that's how gods roll. I'd say that's because of the creation Monty came up with. Because essentially, you could say the creator of something is kind of like the god of that world because they came up with that themselves. Hence, Monty obviously creating RWBY. Therefore, you could say he is the god of that series because it is his world. He created it. He came up with the characters. So there's that. And of course, some people wouldn't understand because it's from the view of the creator. The creator would have to explain things, and things wouldn't be as they seem. So that's pretty interesting. Let's keep going. We'd sit for hours. He'd share his plans to build the universe and make every part by hand, a big scheme with an infinite goal. So going back to what I stated, it's a creator who is making the world and would explain this for others to better understand this, to involve people that he would consider his friends. I mean, that's a really good thing that Monty wanted to do. And you could definitely tell that he was a very selfless individual. He definitely thought of others, and when you look at it, the fandom as well, he loved the fandom. That was something that was also very important to him. So, moving on. So I would watch and listen and try to learn as the pieces and bits became whole, but there was more going on than the work at hand. What I learned had to do with the strength of the soul. And That would go back to the resolve Monty was talking about how you can make anything you want to achieve, you can make it become a reality. You can make your goals become a reality. And it basically is stating here that Monty, he had a goal and he wanted to make it become a reality. And so he worked at it to the best of his abilities to make this happen. And because he worked so hard, he has so much resolve that you could see just by how much effort he tried to put into everything he was doing. And I think that that's a beautiful thing because I think it's true. If you have enough resolve, you can push through and you can make anything happen. If you have enough of a will that you want to make it happen, I think that you'll find a way to make it happen. And I think that that's a very interesting thing about Monty here that's being stated. So, moving on to more of the lyrics. There's a light that shines, and its power is mine. Though our body's weak and breakable, the spirit is indomitable. And when you think about that, this is big too, because the body will never last forever. But one's spirit can last for eternity. And I think that that is a beautiful way to put that. Because while a human body, when you think about it, it has its limits, but if you look at the spirit of each individual, it is boundless when it comes to power. It's boundless and it can continue to go where a human body, for example, wouldn't be able to go. And I think that that's absolutely fascinating. Now, moving on to more of the lyrics. So, step by step and frame by frame, a world created, its map fashioned from a stain. Just dream big, then work till it grows. Now, this is a big one, and I don't know if some of you know about this, but for those of you that may not know this, and for those of you that do, the part where it says it's map fashioned from a stain, this is when Monty was told at an IHOP that he could actually do whatever he wanted after he got done working with Red vs. Blue Season 9. And so what he did was he took a napkin and he took ketchup and he started to actually make remnant out of that ketchup in the napkin. Not even kidding. That's actually how he came up with remnant. That's actually really cool that they put that in there. I actually think that that's actually pretty awesome that that's in the lyrics. And you could definitely tell just from there alone, Monty was very excited to make RWBY for certain. But moving on to the next part. I learned this lesson. We can evolve, achieving anything as long as our heart's resolved. Believing will make it so. Goes back to resolved, obviously, because, thing of it is that you can make anything happen, as I stated. If you have enough passion, you have enough resolve, and you want something to become a reality, you can make it happen. And over time, you will learn how to make that happen, what you should go through to be able to make those dreams a reality. And as people, we do evolve. We evolve when it comes to learning, as well as maturing and becoming the people we are going to become in the future. And there are hardships that will come along the way, but through those hardships you learn, and that's what helps you improve. And I think that that actually makes a lot of sense with that part in the lyrics. I think that that is a really good way to put it. So moving on to more of the lyrics. Though our lives are limited by years on earth, our dreams won't be bound inside. The goal is not to live forever, 'cause eternity loves the creations of time. And that's a really big thing in my opinion, because as an artist, I create things constantly. I put love and effort and passion into the work that I myself make. And when I think about this, I think that that is huge, but at the very same time, I know that none of us are going to live forever, and the big and important thing is that while we aren't going to live forever, what we accomplish in life, it will stand the test of time. And as it states, though our lives are limited by years on earth, our dreams won't be bound inside. That we can still make our dreams a reality. And like what Monty stated, often your greater dreams is something you will not achieve within your own lifetime. And the importance of that is that sometimes a goal is not achieved until after death. But when you think about it, you know, we can make our goals become a reality. at any given time, and that it will stand the test of time, that what we do, it will be there forever. And that is an important thing to look at. That is an important thing to think about. And the impact of what a person does can last forever. And that is very vital. I think that that is a very beautiful thing to think about. And I really do like that. I really do enjoy that lyric there. And I really do enjoy what Monty had to say about that, because you can still achieve your goals. That you can work an entire lifetime, and maybe not throughout your life. It may not happen until afterward, until after you're gone. And that's huge. And obviously, you can achieve your own goal within your lifetime. You can still achieve it while you are alive. But sometimes it just doesn't work out that way, and then your goal will be achieved afterward. So I think that's a very true statement. I really do like that, actually. And I think that that is a great way to put it, really. A very interesting way to look at it. So let's move on to the next part of the lyrics. So the main part of Indomitable plays, so we'll skip that part. But the next part of the lyrics after that. Don't be afraid, get up, get going, a step every day, I'll meet you there. When we strive, we transcend, even death cannot end our climb. Now, that goes back to Monty's statement as well, whenever he says that the effort you put forth to anything transcends yourself, for there is no futility even in death. We are never fighting alone. Get up, get going, I'll meet you there. And I really do like that they put that statement in that way, and how it's basically telling you not to be afraid and to get up and to do it. You know, if you're going to plan something, you have a goal that you have in mind that you set out to accomplish, then go out and do it. And you can achieve it, and I'll meet you there. I really do like that because, you know, when you think about it, we all will see each other's accomplishments. And through transcending, like Monty's stating, because of the soul being eternal, it's like saying that eventually we'll all meet each other there. And I really do like that. And that even death cannot stop what you're trying to achieve. I think that that's really great. I do like that. Moving on to more of the lyrics. I wasn't ready. You can't prepare for the unthinkable, for something that's so unfair. It's cruel, but that's how life goes. And, of course, that is talking about death, talking about Monty's passing as well. But death in general is something that no one can truly prepare for, because one moment you have someone there, someone that you look up to, someone you care about, someone you love, someone that is a good friend or family member, and think of it is, you could be talking to them one moment, and then the next, they're gone. And it's something you don't expect. You know, you see one person, they're completely and perfectly healthy, and then something happens, and they're no longer there anymore. And it's really something that hits everybody hard. And it's a huge thing to go through. So, and life can be unfair. It really can be at times for anybody. And it sucks when that happens, but you just have to push forward to the best of your abilities, and you can't let it get you down. You just gotta move forward. But that doesn't mean that it won't be painful either, though, because it will be. Despite moving forward from the situation, it will always be painful to remember what happened. But anyways, moving forward with more of the lyrics. But through the sadness, thousands of tears, we see his message, sparkling and crystal clear. Our work is larger than we know. And then, of course, you have the main lyrics of Indomitable. And with this part, though, even with him being gone, and the sadness that that caused for everyone, at the same time, what he set out to achieve, he achieved it. And it became bigger than I think Monty would have ever imagined. And I think that that is something beautiful to really think about. But anyways, what are my thoughts on Indomitable? Well, if I had to rate it, I would give it an 8 out of 10. I think that Indomitable is definitely a very well thought out song, because it does take a lot of the quote that Monty had, and it really puts it within their points of view of how they saw Monty, as well as reminiscing about Monty and the hard work that he put into everything he did. And when I look at the lyrics of this song, the thing that stands out to me is it seems like Jeff really made this very reminiscent of when he knew Monty, when he was still alive. And he definitely took his quote, and I think that he summed it up in the best ways possible. I actually do really like the quote and how he changed it and made it fit within the lyrics. And, I think it really captures the message of what Monty was trying to come across with this quote. And I think that this is actually a very good tribute. I still have a hard time questioning whether I like Cold more or this, because obviously Cold was the original tribute to Monty Yom. And then, of course, there's Indomitable. And so to me, it's very hard for me to say which song I like more, which one I would put over the other. And to everyone, I mean, of course, especially his family, his friends, and everyone that was dear to Monty, of course, there's always a special place in their hearts, as well as us, the fans. There will always be a special place that Monty will have in our hearts forever. And it's just a shame to see such excellent talent and such an excellent person just go the way he did. And it's something I believe was most certainly too soon. And I think Monty will always hold a special place in everyone's hearts, and mine as well. He was one of the biggest inspirations to me. I had a few inspirations, but Monty was most definitely one of the biggest ones for me. And, the thing is, even though he may not be here physically, I think that he is forever living on in spirit through us, through the fans, and I think that no matter what Monty said, I think that if you try hard enough and if you do have enough resolve, I do believe that you can accomplish anything. That any dreams or goals that you want to make a reality, you can make them a reality if you try hard enough. And I think that his quote is beautiful. So, Indomitable is certainly one of my favorite songs that came out of the Volume 6 soundtrack. Rest in peace, Monty. But anyways, let me know what you think down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And if you did enjoy, hit the video with a like. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Share this video with your friends if you found this informative or useful. And follow me on Discord. Link is in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today. And remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you. And have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.